give you a minute. I need to go grab something anyway off the printer. Happy Thursday, you guys. Ready for the Fluffy Squirrel Stampin' Stick card class? I hope so. I'm really excited to share with you today. I'll give you guys a few minutes to find me. I'm getting something off the printer. All right, so let me see here. Let's see how you're doing. Say hello when you get in here. Looks like we're doing just fine on YouTube, and Vicky's here. Hey, Vicky. All right, happy Thursday. That's it. It's official now when you guys start talking to me. Hey, Jessica. All right, so I think we've got some friends on Facebook too. Hey, Jen. And Joy's here. Hello. All right. We're doing all right then. Okay, you guys, I hope you're excited about the Fluffy Squirrel. I am. I'm just over the moon with this set. You guys know that I did Fluffy Squirrel alternatives for the Humble Home packet, and I'm just having so much fun. Got to keep going with it. I've got some alternatives for the Fluffy Squirrel, so if you don't want to do Fluffy Squirrels with Humble Home, and you don't want to do Fluffy Squirrels with Fluffy Squirrels, it's okay. I got some great alternatives. Jen hooked us up good. All right, let's see here. I'm looking like I'm skipping a little bit around maybe. Sorry, you guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know how the video looks. We'll get started in a minute. Yeah, I feel like we're skipping around, especially on Facebook a little. Technology. Hey, Corrine, I'm glad you're here. Jan's here. Hey, Jan. Oh, and look at that. Elena's already in the comments. She's put in where you can get these packets. We have plenty of them. And the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. Elena, how's it look? How's it look on Facebook? How's it look on YouTube? I feel like I'm skipping around a little bit here today. Vicky says looks great on YouTube. Okay, good. That's all right. Let me pop over here and see how we look. Oh, we look pretty good there too. Okay, well, today we're doing Fluffy Squirrel. I'm really excited to just stamp with my friends this afternoon. I'm definitely stamping really hard behind the scenes, you guys. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know. Sometimes it probably looks like a duck, smooth sailing on the top of the water, but kicking like crazy underneath the water. We have a few things. Let me just take a minute or two while everybody's getting in here. We're still having a little bit of trouble with the website, so please don't give up on us. Keep trying. If you're trying to get this packet, we had a long period where we were down yesterday. And overnight and even into this morning. It was actually my IT guy doing some troubleshooting and just trying to optimize things after we had some issues. So he was completely in control of it and trying to get some optimizing, get the website running a little bit better, and he was doing some testing. So we're getting it under control, but if you're trying to get the packet or the PDF, don't give up. Get over there now. Links are in the description and in the comments. We still have plenty of the packets. The packet gets the PDF delivered immediately. So when you purchase the packet, right into your downloads tab on the Kitchen Table Stamper Store, right in your downloads folder, the PDF will drop right in there. There's also a PDF only option if you don't want the packet. That's okay. And those links are in the description. Give it a try if you got, if you were up against it yesterday and trying to get in there and couldn't. Let's see here. Vicky says, is this the Fluffy Squirrel? It is. This is the Fluffy Squirrel Stampin' Stick card class. And let me show you our cards for today. Holly's here. Hey, Holly. Corey says looks good on Facebook. Oh, good, because I'm getting a screaming error on YouTube. But if everybody says that it's looking good, I'm just going to trust you. Okay. Jen says, I can hear you fine, and these cards are so cute. Jen, your cards are so cute. I can't wait to show you guys Jan's cards. Okay, so there you go. Elena's dropping maybe it's Ann. Somebody's dropping the links right in the comments if you want to get the PDF for this card class. It's $9.99. It's full color photos. An entire supply list, every product that I used listed so that you can easily find it to make your own. Let's see here, measurements, every piece, and step-by-step written instructions to go along with this free video. If that's something that interests you, it's an awesome way to support the channel, $9.99. If you'd like to get the packet and PDF, it's $25.95. That includes the shipping to you, the Ground Advantage shipping to you, which usually works out between $5 and $6. So it's about $19 to take the class, plus shipping is included in the $25.95, and so is the PDF. All right, so those are the two options to enhance your class experience. Of course, you can hang out with us for free for any of the Stampin' Stick card classes. We are on Stampin' Stick card class number 7 right now. I always lose track of them. I had to click on the description on YouTube to remember which one. Deborah says, I was finally able to order my packet today. Yes, we had some outage yesterday afternoon, overnight, and then into this morning. We're doing some optimizing on the blog and trying to get things running even better now after we had we had an attack on the blog several weeks ago. That problem's been under control, but now we're doing some things to optimize. So we were down for a little bit. Grab back over there and get your class packet or your PDF now. The class packets are while supplies last. We won't be making any more. And then I did want to show you one quick little thing. Some of our class packets, just a few of them, are going to have the very last of my Very Vanilla envelopes. They, our squirrels are stamped on Very Vanilla. And so I thought it was a good time to use up the rest of those amazing vanilla envelopes. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have anymore. So some of them will have vanilla, some of them will have white, and all of them will have white going forward because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have vanilla anymore. So, but I just wanted to, we do say in the description of the class packets that your kit might vary from mine a little bit, but yeah, usually we try to make sure that everything is just as beautiful, even if there's some variations. All right, so our cards today, this is our card number 1, Celebrate. And inside, this is my favorite right here, Go nuts, it's your birthday. And then card number 2 is Love. And then inside, may you gather happiness. And then card number 3 is just got a sweet little acorns. May you gather happiness on the outside. All right, so those are our 3 cards today. Hang on, I'm going to check on a settings thing over here. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm getting a little error over here, and I don't know if there's something I can do to change it. Let's see if that does something. I may or may not be sorry. All right, I'm gonna just keep watching it for a minute. All right, so packets are available. That's our cards. Let me show you our alternatives really quick, and then I'll give you a peek at what's coming next month, or I should say next card class, which is in 2 weeks. We have some really awesome takes on this class packet from Jan. If you guys don't know Jan, she's in the comments right now. She's J&J Shrimple on the Craft Social. You guys have got to get to know Jan, and yeah, and hang out in the Craft Social. You'll love her. But she takes the class packets and then makes the cards with a different bundle or a different stamp set. All right. And so I love the ones that she chose for these alternatives. The first one might be a little, you might kind of do a double take and say, what? Wait, what? Do you guys remember this little guy? This is Go Nuts. And we did a Stamp-A-Stack with this a couple years ago now. And so maybe I convinced you to grab Go Nuts. That's the name of that one, right, Jan? Go Nuts. But look at how perfectly it translates with an older squirrel set you might have had. And so hope you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Did you guys get this one? Anybody get this one? And then happy birthday inside. Oh, hey, look at this little Go Nuts guy. And Nuts About You. Yeah, Nuts About You. That was the name of it, right? Nuts About You. And then Jan says, Stampin' Up needs to bring the very vanilla envelopes back. I agree. And then happy birthday. And inside, hope you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So very simple swap there. Maybe you have Nuts About Squirrels. That's what this one was called, right? Nuts About Squirrels? Nuts About Squirrels? Somebody help a girl out. Now, Vicki says, I got that stamp set. I plan on using that. There you go. You can see it translates perfectly. Even the little, like, accessory stamping, the acorn and the leaf, they translate perfectly. And the squirrel, of course. So easy substitution. And this was one that, yeah, Nuts About Squirrels, Jan says that. This was one that I really loved. I loved the stamp set when it came out. We did a Stamp-A-Stack with it, which is, means that it got a lot of attention on my blog, and we thought maybe you have this one, this squirrel stamp set. Yep, Nuts About Squirrels. And Holly says, I always love the alternatives, right? Isn't it the best? The alternatives are the best. If I could duplicate it myself, that's the one thing that I always felt like I was missing, because when I make a class packet, when I make a club, when I make a Stamp-A-Stack, I always say, yeah, I did it with fill in the blank bundle, but you can do it with any tools you have, any stamp, any bundle, whether it's got dies, whether it's got punches, whether I used one bundle or 3, you can do it. But the visual of the alternatives really hopefully gives you that confidence to give it a try. Just because it's a Fluffy Squirrel Stamp-A-Stick class doesn't mean that you have to use Fluffy Squirrel. The Nuts About Squirrels is really cute. He's really cute, isn't he? All right, so that's Nuts About Squirrels. And then Holly says, I always love the alternatives. I am glad that you like them. It was the one thing that, like, I feel like my channel, my blog, my everything I do, card club, Stamp-A-Stick, everything got an upgrade when Jan agreed to do alternatives. She's brilliant at seeing what the alternative options are. She's always coming up with many. Now this one is my favorite. Like, the squirrels were kind of an easy translation, right? But how about More Than Autumn? Is that just perfect? Again, here's your little leaf from More Than Autumn. Oh, and then instead of squirrels, we got coffee cups. I'm grateful it's finally autumn. Not until Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. And then hello. Isn't that cute with the pumpkin latte and the pumpkin pie? And then the pumpkins instead of the mushrooms, or the heart instead of the mushroom. And the little leaves from that bundle, all right? So, and then here's You Had Me at Fall. And look at the little apple. And then Jan did inside each one, she just put another little of the icon that was on the bow. So super simple insides, beautiful outsides, and a perfect alternative, don't you think? And if I haven't talked you into More Than Autumn yet, maybe we will with one of our projects in the Follow Me Through Fall. But I think a lot of you that follow me have picked up that bundle. It was a card club feature, and so you can do this with More Than Autumn and get more use out of that bundle you already invested in, right? And Debbie says, great alternatives. And hello, Debbie. How are you? I'm glad you're here, my friend. All right, let's see. Who else is hanging out here? Linda's here. Hey, Linda. Linda says, saving all your squirrel card videos. I have that bundle coming my way. It's so cute. And the punch makes it really easy. I love this punch. I love this punch. Hey, Mary. I'm glad you're here, my friend. How are you? All right, so if you haven't yet been able to get the packet, there's still some. I've been having a little bit of misbehaving on my website. We're trying to optimize it, and we were down for a little bit yesterday. Probably 18 hours, 16 hours, something like that. We were down for a while. So if you were trying to get packets or the PDFs, try again now. We're back up and ready to go. Jan says, I love the Stampin' Stick, so versatile, fun, and a great resource, right? That's the idea. And I think that you really helped me illustrate that. Resourceful Rusty might work as well. Oh my gosh, Resourceful Rusty would be so, so cute. Rebecca Zimmerman, hey. All right. Vicky says, I love the More Than Autumn alternative, right? They're perfect. They're perfect with the tweed paper and the cozy coffees. Yep. Jan's brilliant. Okay, you guys are really loving those more Than Autumn. Terry says, ooh, almost missed you. Nope, you're just in time, Terry. I'm glad you're here. Nancy's here too. I love these and can't wait to work on mine. Nancy Sue, I can't wait for you to work on yours too. All right, so let's do one more little tiny bit of housekeeping. It's also going to include some more sneak peeks. Oh no, two housekeeping bits that are going to include some sneak peeks. I've got the sneak peeks for the next Stampin' Stick card class. The next Stampin' Stick card class is 2 weeks from today. So is that October 2nd? Is that what 2 weeks from today is? Holy moly. Yeah, October 2nd is our next Stampin' Stick card class. And we're going to do kind of a bridge into holiday if you want. All right. So next up is the Peaceful Day Stampin' Stick. And these are the cards. We'll be doing these next Thursday. And I use the paper tags for my sentiments and made them more general. So it's a wonderful day to celebrate you. And there's our inside. Now here's the thing about the Peaceful Day. If you don't want to use paper tags, but you want to get going on holiday cards, you could absolutely use the, I use the Peaceful Day stamp set with paper tags for the greeting. You can use the Peaceful Day stamp set and then use the, what's that other one called? Hold on, I'm going to look. Peaceful Day, Peace on Earth, the coordinating stamp set, and make your, or any other holiday greeting set that you have. But you could swap out where I used paper tags for the greetings, and you could use this Peace, Love, and Joy, Peace on Earth, or any other holiday greeting if you want to make these into a set of Christmas cards, okay? So that's card number 3. Card number 2, consider this a paper hug. Class packets and PDF will be in the store next week, depending on how fast my order gets here. And then card number 1, you are so very kind. And then inside, consider this a paper hug. All right, so this one is going to be up to you, whether you stamp your favorite holiday greetings, you stamp the Peace on Earth greetings, or you stamp the paper tag greetings, or any other greetings you have. All right, so that is October 2nd, Stampin' Stick card class number 8. I hope that you guys are looking forward to this one. I could not wait to use this stamp set. All right, there's a couple more in my arsenal that I can't wait to use. So I'm putting these card classes together for you as fast as I can. I love making these Stampin' Stick card classes. I hope that you enjoy them. Karina says, I have the Nuts About You set, right? Wasn't that a cute one? And Holly says, I love these cards. I missed the stamp set in the catalog. I love it, right? I like it better than the stamp dies that go with that suite. This Peace on, or Peaceful Day, is supposed to be like the scrapbooking more related set. So it's kind of put aside. And I like it. I like it. I like it for card making. So I was hoping to bring some attention to that set because I thought it was such a beautiful one. All right, so that is our card, Stampin' Stick card class for our next Stampin' Stick card class. All right. And then the last one more housekeeping and some more sneak peeks. Let's see, I gotta roll out of these comments and switch my view. All right, if you are not following me through fall, what are you doing? Come on. All right, so Follow Me Through Fall is our fall series. It's 12 projects, 6 on the blog, and 6 for email subscribers only. We are done with day 4. Tomorrow is day 5. Each project has a collectible project sheet. So this is what they look like. I like to print them out and then I put them in a page protector. And then I also make myself a template out of just some scrap cardstock and I put that in the page protector too. So as I collect the PDFs and make the templates, I'm building myself a little idea book. So 1 was live on the blog. You can still go back and get that one. 2 was for email subscribers only. This was kind of a 2-in-1 tutorial. We did a covered notepad with a fun easel that you can copy and adjust sizes for different notebook sizes and put it in a gift box. So this was a 2-for-1. And then day 3 is also on the blog. You can go grab that one. We did that one live last week. That was our spooky Halloween box. And then Tuesday, we sent out our Halloween wind-up toy treat box and card set PDF to email subscribers. Now, if you subscribe, if you're not already a subscriber, but you want tutorial 1 and 2, and you subscribe during the Follow Me Through Fall period, like while we're still presenting Follow Me Through Fall, we set up an autoresponder so that you'll get a welcome email with a special offer, a really good special offer. And then after that email with this really good special offer, then you'll get the 1, 3, 5 tutorials day by day by day. All right, so if you subscribe after the series, then you will not be able to get those tutorials. They're email subscriber only. All right, so just know that you still can collect them all. It's not too late. All right, so let me show you really quick. Here's day 1. That's our project. That one's on the blog. It's a cute flip flap. You really want to be collecting these projects. Make yourself a little resource, a great little resource for treat packaging. And of course, you can put anything you want in it, but Follow Me Through Fall, we started with back to school. And then we moved over on the school theme to our book lovers. Consider this a paper hug. Here's our little gift box, right? So that's 1 treat. And then inside are some leather bookmarks, and all the Amazon links are out there too in the blog and in the project sheet. And it's got these cute little book lover notepads, and it's an easel. So you get the easel template and the box template all in one tutorial, and that was for email subscribers only. So if you are email subscriber, you've got that one. If you are a new email subscriber, like after this went out, then you will have to watch for the email series. Make sure that when you get our emails, you're putting them in your inbox. Check your spam, check your promotions, check your junk. When you find it, move it to the inbox and maybe put our email addresses, kitchentablestamper@gmail.com, staycrafty@kitchentablestamper.com, and marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. If you put those in your address book, that helps get into your inbox. All right, so that was 2. We did 1, 2. Let me show you 3. 3 was this cute flip top box. This was last week's live. You can still grab this project sheet on the blog. And this was for our card club for cool people subscribers. If you get a packet, you get tons of product. We like to show you a bonus project, how to use the extra products. So that is also Card Club's bonus products or project. Tuesday, number 4 went out, and it was a matching gift box and card. So we sent you a double tutorial on Tuesday. This treat box is great big treat box, and I found these adorable wind-up toys on the Zons, and it fits 2 of those little wind-up toys, or you can put 1 toy and some treats, whatever you like in there. Then it would be like a trick and a treat, right? The little Halloween wind-up guy and some candy. And then the matching card, and that was day 3. That was an email exclusive. Here's where the sneak peeks come in. Tomorrow I will be live with day number 5. This is day number 5. Sweet little treat box. And it's got a fun little surprise here. It doesn't open where you might think it does. It slides. And inside are the 2 of the Play-Doh treats without the sweets. And so that'll be tomorrow at noon. I hope you'll join me. Hopefully I won't have any streaming issues. It's still telling me that I'm streaming all choppy. All right, I'm going to show you one more sneak peek. It's our Tuesday email project, day number 6 of Follow Me Through Fall, our last Halloween project in the series. But while I'm grabbing the last sneak peek, you guys let me know. Everything's still running smooth? How's it look? How's it sound? Because I'm seeing some areas where my frame rate is dropping a little bit. Debbie says clever. Thank you. I love the spooky Halloween, and the designer series paper in that suite is so good. But if you want a little more variety, if you want a little bit more, grab the kit, the Halloween treat kit. I can't even remember the name of it, but look at how nice it coordinates. So the die cut, the bat die cut, the tag, this little flag, all of this is from that treat kit. But then I just kind of did my own treat box. I thought it was kind of, and then this paper, get some more patterns going on. It's just one of those treat boxes all cut up. And then the paper on the box is from the Spooky Halloween 12 by 12 designer series paper. And look at how great they coordinate. Okay, anyways, so that's tomorrow's project. I hope you'll join me for that one live if you can. And it'll be a replay available, and day number 5 of our Follow Me Through Fall. Ha, Jan says that's super cute. You didn't see it yet. Holly says it's choppy. And Debbie says it's smooth. Oh, technology. Jan says it's the spooky and sweet kit. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh, Corian says how to get the email. Yeah, exactly. If you go to kitchentablestamper.com/email and fill out the form right there on the page, or right-hand sidebar from any page, you can just put your name and email, or let's see here. I think that's it. I think that's go to one of those, name and email in there. Yeah, Debbie gotcha. Right-hand sidebar. Debbie says just saw a pause. See, it's acting crazy, yo. Crazy. Let's see here. Now it tells me excellent. My stream status now is excellent. Let's see here. I'm going to try one more thing, you guys. One more thing. And if not, then we might just have to deal with choppy. We might have to. I hate to, because I'm just not the bestest of the KBPS. KBPS. Okay, let me try this. It might be crazy, but it might work. Oh dear. This is making me nervous. I'm clicking down the KBPS to see if that helps. This is the fun of live videos. Okay. All right, let's see. Maybe it'll help and maybe it won't. Maybe. All right, so last sneak peek and the day number 6 of Follow Me Through Fall, our last project for Follow Me Through Fall, is this pocket, and inside are some fun face masks. I got these from Amazon and I post all the links as I go. Hopefully they still have them all as we do this, but like the Play-Doh treats without sweets, I got those on the Amazons. There'll be links all along the way. These are animated facial masks, moisturizing pumpkin, detoxifying charcoal, and pore refining egg white. Aren't they cute? All right, so we got a little pocket here. Of course, you can put anything you like in this pocket. It's about 6 by 6, I think, when it's all done. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to put those guys in there. There they are. And that's our little pocket. This project will be for email subscribers alone, and it will go out on Tuesday at about 7 p.m. All right, so get subscribed to the email list if you're not already. That's the last of our Halloween projects in Follow Me Through Fall. And then we will move on to some cozy fall subjects, including a matching treat box for this card class. You guys, we are going to have a matching treat box in one of our Follow Me Through Fall days, and a really cute treat. I should see if Elena's still on here. Elena, if you're still on here, drop the Play-Doh treats without the sweets and the mask links in the description or in the comments, and then we'll add them to the description in case anybody's looking for those. All right, so Nancy says maybe there are helicopters flying overhead around you and interfering with your wireless. It sounds fine. Don't worry about anything else. Jan says my internet is choppy. ComEd is working in the area. I wonder if that's what it is. Maybe somebody's working in the area. I did change my frame rate, so maybe that'll help. So far, since I did it, I don't have any more red bars, so that's good. Let's see here. Corinne says, cute box. You guys like that? Pocket. All right, let's get started. We can worky chat now. I did all the sneak peeks I want to show you. I'm really having a whole lot of fun stamping and creating and crafting behind the scenes, you guys. And I wouldn't get to be doing any of it without your support. When you purchase PDFs, when you purchase class packets, when you order Stampin' Up supplies from me, you fund me living my creative dream. So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm glad you're here for class today. Let's get started with our fluffy squirrels and we can worky-talky, right? Becca says, oh, it would be great to send to Mary Kay customers. Yes, Mary Kay's in the house. You can do the little pouch with something good inside. Bonnie says thumbs up and shared. That's another awesome way you can support this channel. All right, so I'm working straight from my Fluffy Squirrel packet, but I've done a little bit of magic of television, so mine's already all taken apart. But let me show you card number 1. This one's card number 1, and we are gonna get started. Now, here's a few things about Fluffy Squirrel. You can use any little accent items, add sentiment items that you want to. We are doing the Fluffy Squirrel, but the whole idea of Stampin' Stick is that you can do so much more with it. That's why we do the alternatives, so you can see the possibilities. That's why we don't always do 100% from one bundle. In this case, this is not 100% from one bundle. I have the word celebrate, and I have a mushroom and a leaf. So you're gonna have to look in your stash and find a birthday word, because I did put go nuts, it's your birthday inside. Sometimes you don't need a sentiment that big for the outside, right? So I just found a little celebrate. You can put a little happy birthday there, but you're gonna need a little greeting. We get the Stampin' Stick class packet. You're gonna have some Very Vanilla to stamp it on. All right, and then you're also gonna have Very Vanilla for inside your card. And you're going to have a strip of Very Vanilla to stamp your squirrels. All right, so stamp and stick. So we're gonna stamp first. I'm gonna get a Stampin' Pierce mat. And we're gonna start with Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday. And of course, you can't have Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday without an acorn. So I've got Early Espresso. I did all of my outlines in Early Espresso. You guys, I'm not getting any more warnings on YouTube about my stream health. It says that it's excellent. and I'm not getting any more red bars on the Facebook. So I'm just going to assume that we got some smooth sailing here and stamp. Yes, I love stamping better than technical difficulties. All right, so go nuts, it's your birthday on the inside. And while I'm doing that, I'm also stamping May You Gather Happiness for card number 2. Did I put 1 nuts or 2 nuts? 1 nuts. And for card number 3, I'm just stamping some acorns. All right, so it's stamp and stick. You gotta stamp and you gotta stick, but that doesn't mean you have to watch me stamp every time. So I did a little magic of television there, and that's what my insides look like. All my acorns are light and dark pecan pie for the nut. And then for the cap, I used the deep Stampin' Blends. There are like skin tones. Stampin' Up! Has the whole 10 different range of skin tones. I used the darkest one in the deep pair. All right, so this is SU100 if you've got those. I love this. It's almost an early espresso kind of color, which is good because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have early espresso Stampin' Blends. And if anybody wants to put in the suggestion box that they should get all the colors in Stampin' Blends, you know, you can tell them I sent you or don't. It's okay. Now let's do celebrate. And celebrate, my little celebrate word, hopefully is on a block over here. I might have to go get it. But any little one-liner will work nicely for this. Happy birthday, celebrate your day, just something skinny for the outside so that it doesn't have to be such a big sentiment. You get an inside-outside greeting. Yep, I did leave celebrate over here. Hang on everybody. It's photopolymer and they're all stuck together. Celebrate. Yeah. There she is. All right, so I'm gonna do early espresso again and just pop it on this strip, but we're gonna go right of center. And hopefully, oh, I almost stamped it upside down. There, let us celebrate. All right, we're going to put that aside for a second so it can dry. And now we're gonna do our squirrels. You've got 3 cards, 3 squirrels. There's 2 different squirrels in the set. They both work exactly the same way. One faces to the right and works with the punch, and one faces to the left, but you gotta fussy cut it, all right? So we're gonna do 2 of our cards with the little guy that could be punch out, right? And then we've got, for our fill, I've got copper clay. Now, if you don't have copper clay ink, it was in color, it is now retired. Don't fret. This packet looks just as awesome with your images stamped using Cajun Craze. I'm going to show you my cards again, and with a really careful eye and knowing what you know now, you'll be able to see that I did card 1 and 2 with copper clay, and I did card 3 with Cajun Craze, just to make sure that I brought the point home. All right, so those 2, my little background bits, are stamped with copper clay. My squirrel is stamped with copper clay. If you don't have it, here he is. Background is stamped with Cajun Craze, and my squirrel is stamped with Cajun Craze. And then here they are side by side. So it's a little more red, but you probably didn't even notice the difference until I pointed it out, I bet. All right, so we've got our right-facing squirrels, all good and ready to go. Very simple. Just stamp the outline, stamp the insides. And we're going to do the same thing with our third squirrel. We lost him. Okay. And then I need one acorn punched out. So let's get that done too. Hold on a second. Now this little guy is going to work exactly the same way, inside outside. Let me find a, okay, okie dokie. Of course I don't have a block for him. I'm doing so many projects that I had to dig into these kind of blocks from the kits. I usually don't use those unless I have to, but I got so much going on. How about you guys? Are you really digging into fall crafting? Have you started your Christmas cards yet? Holiday stuff? What are you working on? And are you starting to feel the fall weather yet where you're at? We're getting like kind of a second summer weather right now. It's hot in Topeka here. 85 degrees right now. So it feels a little bit more. Not quite feeling like fall yet. But I'm feeling like fall crafting, that's for sure. All right, so that you can see the difference now. One of them works with the punch and the acorn works with the punch, but the little guy facing the other direction, he's got to be fussy cutted. All right, so I'm just gonna punch that guy out. And then I'm going to put a little acorn. Where did I put my acorn? There it is. And we can put that one right in the corner. I think I should be able to get that in the punch all right. I'm going to color another acorn. This is for our third card. And then we're going to stamp some accessory things. Now, I've got on every card a little mushroom, and it looks like it's kind of pencil sketched. And then I've got a blue leaf. Let me show you our card here so that you can have a visual of what we're doing. These little accessory items, right? It doesn't look like it's pencil sketched. I love that. But if you want to go the easy button, you don't want to go look for a little accessory item, you can make 3 extra of these little acorns while you're stamping them and coloring them right now. Make 3 more and punch them, and then you can put them in place of that little mushroom, because the mushroom does come from a different bundle. All right, so see, we got our little punch acorn. And then for my accessory guys, I'm going to do Night of Navy for my leaf. So you can use any leaf from any stamp set you have. I'm going to just stamp. You want 3. I'm only doing 1 for the magic of television. I have 2 more already done. And then my little mushroom. This guy is Early Espresso, stamped off. And then doesn't he look cute? Like a pencil drawing. I really like it. Anyways, we'll need 3, either 3 little acorns like we just did, for 1 for each card, plus an additional 1 for the last card, or you can do the little mushroom. You can do an acorn from a different stamp set, like the Nuts About Squirrels, whatever you like. And then these need to be die cut, so I'm going to do that really quick. And then the stamping portion, except for outside greetings on the other 2 cards, stamping portion of our program is almost done. We can start the sticking portion of our program. Oh, yeah, this is what I needed. Thanks for stamping with me today, you guys. It's exactly what I needed. Let me get my dies for my mushroom and my leaf. I'll get those cut out. Ooh, can you tell I was cutting spider webs there? All right. I gotta go back to your comments. If you missed it, I wanna know, what are you working on? Are you working on fall crafting? Are you working on holidays? Have you started your holidays crafting yet? Treats, Christmas cards. What's floating your boat right now? And are you experiencing some fall weather yet? Because we are definitely not. Not even a little bit. In fact, I went for my walk yesterday at noon. I'm so unpredictable. You just never know when I'm going to walk. I should get in a habit and do it every morning as early as possible. I should do it every morning as early as possible with Max so we could both walk, but it just doesn't always work that way. My life is sometimes very unpredictable. So finally got a break and got out of the house about noon, and oh, was it a mistake? It was so hot. I sweated all the way around the 2 miles. I only did the 2 miles. I didn't do the 2.5 miles because it was too hot. The kids, me and the kids, we say it's hot in Topeka. I don't know what it came from. One of their crazy cartoons. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to peek at some comments because I can. I love that part. And then we're going to stick. All right, so we don't need these liners for this card. Let me put them aside. Debbie said it got a little cooler today, and she's working on Christmas classes. Corinne says, I helped my daughter make a donation box for a coworker that's getting married next week. Tried to make the same as her wedding cake design. Oh, cool. Let's see here. Joe says, I've got about 30 Christmas cards done. I'm so proud of you. Is that crazy? I am just so proud of you. 30 Christmas cards done. That's good. I'm just getting started with some Christmas stuff. Debbie did a fall swap. And Jan says, happy birthday, Debbie. Happy birthday, Debbie. Joan's here from Washington State. Hey, Joan, I'm glad you're here. Jan said that she called Stampin' Up and they said that they're working on getting the rest of the Stampin' Up colors as blends since they're getting rid of Stampin' Right markers, but no time frame as of yet. Oh, thank God, right? We need some. We need some. Let's see here. You guys are so good. Wishing each other the happy birthdays. Elena or Ann did put those other treat links in the comments if there's some that you want to pick up before the tutorials come out. Nancy's working on some paper pumpkin kits. Whoop, whoop. And it's very hot in the afternoon, even at 8 a.m. It is. Evenings have been cool though. Sometimes I go out there in the evening and I'm surprised how much it's cooled off and how quickly. It's a fall trait, isn't it? All right, let's get some glue going on here. Ooh, I got a brand new one. I love a brand new one. I love a brand new one. All right, we're gonna start by putting this liner inside the card because why not? It's all stamped and ready to go. Oh, look at that. Did you see how easy a new one worked? I should treat myself to a new one more often. Then I'd just have a whole bunch of open ones, wouldn't I? All right, so there is our liner for card number 1. And let's get our sample back in here because you're going to want to see that. I'm going to grab dimensionals for my squirrel and my greeting. I have some right there that I want to use, and then a couple of open ones. See when you finish those, then you get to pat yourself on the back and say, I win. That's winning. So I'm going to use up some of those little little bits and pieces that are left. All right, let's cut some chicken lips on Celebrate. I love a good chicken lip banner, and you're not going to be able to see the other side once you get all your embellishments on there, but that's okay. I'm going to still put some chicken lips on both sides. And our designer series paper. Don't you love the need for tweed with the squirrel? I have to say, I was super surprised how awesome need for tweed is with the More Than Autumn. Love it with the More Than Autumn. All right, I'm going to put this big piece right here, and I'm going to glue it down. Then I'm going to take my other piece. I've got an embossed layer of cloud cover, and I'm going to just dry fit. I'm going to grab my copper clay ink one more time and add a little something. I've got the panel embossed, but I still wanted something other than a plain cardstock background, but I didn't want to overwhelm it. So we're just going to kind of dry fit and then line up our stamp and then move the cardstock. And now we got a little cross hatches under there. We're going to flip and do the same thing. Line it up, move the card stock, and that is just a way that I would line those up. I like to dry fit the elements. If I was making a bunch of those, I might try to get a template and show myself where I stamped it on a blank card, and then try to just hit that area if I was making a bunch of them. But if I'm just making one card and I want to do something like that, that's my little method there. I do kind of a dry fit and then slide the elements out of the way, and then get the background stamping exactly where I want it. And then we've got 2 more little strips for decoration. The front sides are as pretty as the back sides. And 2, maybe that's a little bit high. There we go. Level that one out. I like that I got a little bit of time to level things out with the multi-purpose liquid glue. My eyes ain't on level. And then a circle. Pop on some dimensionals here. I'm gonna put them on my leaf and on my, ooh, there's not much there, is there? That'll work. Yay. And then this one's all edges. Ooh, edges. Let me get some scissors and cut up some edges here. Okay. My squirrel is bumped up. My leaf is kind of bumped up at the end. And my Celebrate is going to go on flat. So I'm going to get all 3 elements ready to go so that I can coordinate them. In my packet, I've got a little leaf sprig here, and then we're going to add that guy in too. I like to do them all at once so that I can slide a little if I need to. I want a little more dimensional on the end of this guy right here. And I might put a little dot of glue at the stem just to better anchor it. And get that guy on there. All right, now in my packet, I've got some cloud cover ribbon. So let's grab some cloud cover ribbon. Looking at my leaf, and I might have made it Secret C in the first set. It's dry and kind of light. I might have to make a little edit on my project sheet because I feel like my Night of Navy is too bright. What do you guys think? I think it's a little bright. I don't think it looks bad, but I think I might have done Secret C. Okay. Now, you guys, I think you can do whatever you like here with your ribbon. I'm having some trouble with cloud cover. I don't know why, and maybe I'm not the only one, but it does not want to stay without some extra effort. And so I've talked with Jan and Joyce about it a little bit, and they like to use two Stampin' Dimensionals. So if they can put one underneath the ribbon and then one kind of on top of the ribbon and then add an element. They're like in Stampin' Dimensionals for this ribbon. I have noticed that it just doesn't love to stick with glue dots. Liquid glue is much better, but I'm really liking just grab my little Surebinder hot glue gun. It's one of those mini glue guns with the ultra fine point. I think my mom got it for me from the Dollar Tree. I mean, really. So I can't even tell you. I just had it forever. I'm going to split my ribbon down the center. And the packet has 30 inches, so about 10 inches per card. You can cut it in 10-inch pieces first if you want to. And then hot dog style, cut it down. I don't know, I've been doing this an awful lot lately, but I really do like a little bit more narrow ribbon for a card. So this is a good way to get a little more variety out of your ribbons. Just cut hot dog style and then tie it up. And they're not little bows. I use, like I said, about 10 inches of ribbon, so it makes kind of a nice size bow. I have my other two already made. My Magic of Television style, 2 more bows. Because that's how we do it. We batch work. And our card class comes together much faster. But I've been doing my bows with a little bit of hot glue on the knot. It doesn't take a lot. With a little fine point, it works. And when you stick it down, it's stuck down. And so that's what I've been doing with cloud cover. And here's the other thing, you guys. I don't notice the same problem with any of the other in color ribbons. So I've been using, you can see, I've been using a bunch of Timid Tiger. This one's stuck on with a glue dot, and it's stuck on just fine. It hasn't fallen off. So I don't know what it is about the cloud cover that's giving me trouble. But just letting you know that that's kind of where I find myself. Liquid glue is the best option if you don't want hot glue for it. Then we're getting another little mushroom with combination of dimensional and mini glue dot. And that seems like it'll hold all right, but it doesn't want to hold the whole bow to the card. All right, I'm going to have 2 more bows, so I'm going to leave that out and hot. I need dingles. Where's my packet? There it is. All right, in my packet, we like to put a thank you card, a handmade thank you card in our packets. That sneak peeks the next Stampin' Stick. So not exactly, but just kind of a sneak peek. That's our thank you card going out with, and I couldn't do that if it weren't for Jan and Joyce again. They helped me massively produce cards. All right, so we've got some pressed floral motifs here, and we're gonna embellish with a couple of those. You can do 2, you could do 3, what you like. I tend to like 2, but I'm trying to push myself to do groups of 3. There it is. There is our first card in. I keep wanting to call him the squeaky squirrel. He's not a squeaky squirrel, he's a fluffy squirrel. All right, card number 1 is done. Let's do card number 2 now. May you gather happiness. That's the only stamping we have left on this one. Because, oh no, that's card number 3. Card number 2. We do have 2 little bits of stamping here. Let me get my kit and show you what we got. So I did the paper tags on my cards, the greeting for next month. Be careful, there's a teeny tiny little tag in there. Your envelope might eat it. So shake it out special and make sure you got all your little bits out before you put your envelope aside. And this is one of the tag dies that goes with that paper tags. I love this tag. It's like a big bread tag. So we need that, and we need our greeting tag. And let me grab my Stampin' Pierce map. All right. And we're gonna do the stump on the tag with Early Espresso. We're going to stamp the word love on this little tag. Another little greeting from another set. Sometimes you don't need those big greetings on the outside, right? Sometimes you just need a little accent, a little something. So I've got love. I think it goes nice with May You Gather Happiness on the inside. And your tag is going to need, or your little arrow here is going to need to be hole punched to make a tag. And that is our Stampin' for this one. I've already got my squirrel done, and I fussy cut it. So by the magic of television, he's all ready. And is that the right one? Nope, I picked up the wrong one. I got my inside and squirrel, leaf, and my doodad, my little mushroom, ready to go. I colored the stump with the same markers. Ooh, somebody didn't put the cap on that one. So, but I blended all 3 shades. So I got pecan pie light. Let's make sure I'm starting out with light. Yep. And I'm going to fill this stump with the light marker. And then we'll do a little bit of the bark details with the deep, the SU100, and the dark pecan pie. So what I did was just kind of came up from the bottom on these areas where the artist drew details, and then followed some of the lines where they extend a little bit higher, and then did a line of dark pecan pie across the top. And then I took the 100 and went just up from the ground, but also filled in any areas where they made kind of a complete loop. So just a little bit of this. Don't be afraid of the dark. It's okay. You can add a lot of contrast here, and it is very rich and vibrant. I'm going to just dab where we put the deep using the dark pecan pie, just to soften the edge of it a little bit where it goes from the deep SU100 to pecan pie. And then I'm going to go with the light just over the edge of all of that one more time so that it's not quite as stark a contrast. It'll dry a little bit lighter, and this is what you get. All right. Make sure I get the caps on the marker this time. All right, it's time for the stick portion. I've got my card base here. It's already scored for you. Just give it a little burnish. Then inside, we're gonna add May You Gather Happiness, Love. And outside, we're going to do some more of that stamping. So this time, I'm not gonna glue anything down. I'm just gonna take my embossed piece and my larger blue panel and dry fit those. Grab my copper clay again and the little hashtag that, or hash marks, crosshatch, that's a really good word for it. All right, so we want to put the crosshatch almost to the end of the blue designer paper, and then down and to the left of the cloud cover cardstock. Uh-oh, I think I got a little on my cloud cover. Move that away. And there's our background. Now we can glue these layers on. And that goes like that. And then this one the opposite way. Our big bread tag. Do you guys like the big bread tag? I wasn't so sure about the smallest tag in this paper tags set, but I really love the other pieces. Uh-oh, I put my big bread tag. I was so excited about my big bread tag. I forgot my other tweeds. See, that is right there is why I use liquid glue. Oh, we need some more tweed. Need for more tweed. There. Okay. Hold on. Pretend like I didn't do that. Don't tell your friends. 1, 2. I was like, why does this one look so flat compared to the other one? Some people get too excited about bread tags. I do love the big bread tag. I don't doubt you're going to see some more of that in Stampin' Stick and other things because it is just a fun shape. Our squirrel is already fussy cut and I got some dimensionals on. And we'll pop squirrel right on the stump. And then we've got a little leaf from anywhere you want to get a leaf in your packet. You got a sprig. Let's add a little dimensional on the end. I lost my scissors for a minute. There was no way I was going to cut this with a ribbon scissor. That would be a party foul. Anybody else feel the same way? Are your ribbon scissors just for ribbon? I think when we get to the level of Stampin' Stick card class, because these are not beginner level classes. You guys know that everything's done for you, but we've got a lot of good stuff going on. I think most of you have your ribbon scissors and your paper scissors, and never do the ribbon scissors ever get used on paper or dimensionals either. They're sticky. All right, I got my bows. I did them ahead. And we're gonna get one of those guys on. But before we're finished, we've got a little bit of linen thread in the packet too. All right, so let me set my bow aside. Here's my linen thread. You're gonna just very simply do a thread knot. You might be able to get 2 of these out of the length that we put in the kit. We were purposely very generous with this because you just have to do a thread knot, but you have to loop it around your finger, then pull the ends through. And we wanted to make sure that even if that's a hard move for you to do dexterity wise. You have enough linen thread, but you might have, if you're like me, you might have quite a bit too much. So we were just being generous there to let you know, but if you want to do just on the end, you might be able to do a second one out of it. Or you would just use the whole thing and cut off the excess. That's okay too. Let's get a piece of dimensional on the back of that tag. And while we're doing dimensional, we're going to put one on the stem of the mushroom again, because it's going to go on with a combination of dimensional and a glue dot. Let's see how you guys are doing on the comments. I hope that you're loving the squirrels. How do you like the squirrels? Having fun with them? Oh, you guys are liking it. You guys think it's cute. Thank you. Let's see here. Debbie's got 16 cards on Road to Christmas Kit. The Road to Christmas Kit. It's really, really pretty, isn't it? That Road to Christmas Kit. How's my YouTubers doing? I don't know what I like better. Hold on, I missed that. Finishing a pack of dimensionals or breaking in a new and those, you guys, those comments are flying. I don't know if they're flying because I'm just catching up or if it's my lagginess, and so I'm not gonna fight them. YouTube, you guys, is flying comments, and I think it's because I'm catching up with them. I will go back and look at them, but Nancy says, I need for tweed, right? It's a good fall paper. And for Christmas too, it'll be a good one. Let's see here. Did Banjo get after any more squirrels today? Oh gosh. No, you know what? He's been laying on the couch or in his office all day long, just quiet as can be. Absolutely no trouble. Let's see here. Oh, Jessica's here. Hey, Jessica. Jessica said, I need to go pasta my bed driver. The pasta, oh, it's past 10 p.m. Oh, it's past your bedtime. Past 10 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll watch this on the replay. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Kathy. Kathy's here. What ink pad am I using to stamp the trunk? Early espresso. Early espresso. I did all my greetings, outlines, everything in early espresso. Let's see here. Teresa says, love those paper tags. Aren't they good dies? And the stamp set is great too. It's that one littlest one that I'm not so sure about. The one that looks like two noses back to back. I might not use that one, but everything else. Let's see. This thing would be nice on a wedding card. Yes, it sure would. Teresa says, good morning. I'm late. I'll go back and watch what I missed. I'm glad you're here. What embossing folder did you use? Oh, I usually keep that information just for the PDF, but it's Glass and Garden. It's a good one, right? If you guys want to know any of the details, measurements, supply list, more pictures, step-by-step instructions, there is a PDF for this class. It's available in the Kitchen Table Stamper store. It is an amazing way to support the channel, especially if maybe you are your own Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you have a different Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you love and feel loyal to. You can grab the PDF that goes along with this class in the store, and there are class packets still available. All right, so I'm going to grab a little bit of glue on my bow. If you're just joining us, I am having trouble making the cloud cover ribbon stay stuck. I really am, and uh-oh, I just touched my hot glue. See, but I got fingertips of steel. It doesn't bother me. But I found that either liquid glue or hot glue is the way to go. Liquid glue is a little slow to grab, so I've been using hot glue, but these aren't working with cloud cover for me. All right, I got my little tag. I'm gonna pop that guy on there, and then my mushroom, I just put it on here. Got a little glue dot, and I'm gonna catch the end of the tag under that glue dot with my little mushroom. And there, oh, this little guy, watch this there. Cuties. Oh my goodness. I love it. The only thing that could make it better is a couple of these dingles. Let me grab 3 here. Gonna do a big one and a little one down low. Uh-oh. Run away, dingle. Don't worry. I got it. And then I'm gonna put another little one up here. And there is card number 2 in our Fluffy Squirrel Stampin' Stick card class. If you missed the alternatives at the beginning, be sure to check out the blog post, which will be available later today, and see Jan's alternatives. There's Fluffy Squirrel, and there's anything else that you want to use. It really is up to you what bundle you use. And on top of it, I know my friend Jan is over there making 2 more alternatives. So get in the craft social, you guys, because Jan will be sharing her alternatives in the craft social. And if you make the Fluffy Squirrel class packet and you make it with a bundle that isn't Fluffy Squirrel, you should share in the craft social too. And then we're going to put a greeting. We need a greeting and some crossed hatches. Oh, Amy says, what color are the card bases? Hey, I was just about to talk about that. All right, so I've got copper clay card bases, and I'm using copper clay ink today. But if you don't have copper clay, it's okay. The card bases are copper clay, and they're in the packet, so you don't have to worry about those being gone. But if you don't have a copper clay ink pad, this is our card that is stamped with Cajun Craze. So we did do 1 card, Cajun Craze. The squirrel's Cajun Craze, the cross hatches are Cajun Craze, and so that's a current color that will serve you perfectly well. Here is our copper clay squirrel and cross hatches and our Cajun Craze side by side. Let's get the light both directions. All right, so your Cajun Craze ink pad will work just fine even if, oh, I threw the wrong sample. Even if you don't have copper clay, Cajun Craze will work great. And that's a current one. All right, so we need to grab our embossing and our designer paper, and we're going to dry fit those. We're going to get our little crosshatch. I'm doing this without a Stampin' Pierce mat. Am I being too brave? We're going to put one in the bottom right corner, and then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to put one in the top left corner. Move the paper out of the way, get some glue and glue it down. And while we're gluing, we're going to do the inside too. All right, so there's our base and first layers. Inside, we did some little acorns. I like the May You Gather Happiness on the outside with little acorns to gather on the inside. So nothing more to be said there, just little happiness, little acorns to gather. Get that guy in there. I'm going to move this one out and go back to Early Espresso. So I didn't do any memento at all. I did my coloring using Early Espresso ink, did my stamping, my sentiments, everything Early Espresso. Then May You Gather Happiness as our outside greeting right here. Oh gosh, not only did I make the world's biggest mess over there, but all the inky stamps are just sitting there looking at me. They're daring me to put my sleeve or my cards over there. All right, there's our sentiment, and that is it. We have done all the stamping now, I think. We just got a little sticking left to go. I hope that you guys are liking these Stampin' Stick card classes as much as I'm liking producing them. We have Stampin' Stick card class number 8 on October 2nd. And I can't wait to share that one with you. We have them planned throughout the rest of the year. So, yeah, we hope that you're enjoying them. We're enjoying putting them together. I think Jan's having fun with her alternatives, right, Jan? So stay tuned. Not Thursday, but next Thursday. Oh, next Thursday, a little more housekeeping while I'm gluing. Next Thursday at 2 p.m. is our In Color Club Zoom. So if you are an In Color Club member, we are doing Secret C. So exciting. Secret C and then cloud cover, and then we're done. Secret C, and that is Tuesday in Zoom. And after In Color Club gets their card class, you guys, we will have a brand new PDF available. So if you're not a card club member, you'll still be able to get the PDF if you're interested. It's the beautiful gallery suite, and with a focus on Secret C for our In Color. And so that is coming soon. Don't forget In Color Club next Thursday at 2 o'clock, In Color Club members. All right, so this squirrel, Cajun Craze. This one, Copper Clay. I kind of like the little red squirrel with it, so it's a little variety, a little fun. But we definitely wanted to test it out, make sure it looked great. And then our leaves. And this little leaf. Where's that ends? I was using a corner. I am not giving up on it. Oh, it's on top of the scissors. It was right out of view. All right, I need 2 little snippets. One for my mushroom and one for my... Now, it's okay if you don't have that mushroom. This little acorn on each of your bow centers will look really adorable. And then any leaf you have from any set will do. But we're going to... do take a look at those little details when you check out Jan's alternatives. I think it's always so much fun how she works even the littlest details. All right, now I have one more bow, and I have my hot glue. I'm not going to get it on my finger this time. Okay, next question for the comments. This is gonna get the comments flying again. They were flying on the YouTube before. I swear it's the lag that I'm having though. I was watching, so my friend Angie Judah, she's my upline too, and she was saying something about, I don't remember if her Facebook was going crazy Tuesday night or if it was her YouTube, but I guess it just goes around. But here's the question for the comments. Get those comments going. That's what helps the algorithms know that we've got engaging content, right? So, and then you probably have an opinion. Do you like hot glue or do you hate hot glue? I do think that most people fall into a like it or hate it camp. And generally, I think the ones that hate it because they don't have fingerprints on their right index finger anymore or something crazy like that. But that's my bet, is that we're going to either hear, well, I love that stuff, or I hate that stuff. Nobody's going to be like, meh, I feel kind of in the middle about that. I have no strong feelings either way. I think either we're going to love it or hate it. But yeah, in the comments, do you love or hate hot glue? All right, there's our little shroom. And the last thing to do is add some dingles, and then we have done our Stampin' Stick card class number 7. I'm trying to keep track of which is which, but I keep having to go back and look up what number it is. This is Stampin' Stick card class number 7. Now, number 8 is going to feature Peaceful Day. I did a sneak peek at the beginning, so go check that out. And we still have class packets for Party Piggy, Humble Home, Tractor and Company. So if you want to do any of the previous classes, check it out. And let's see here. Today is the Stamp and Tools sale, you guys. So if you've got your eye on stamps and tools, 15% off today only. And I'm just going to put it out there. I am really close to an annual sales goal. So if the sale entices you at all and you're willing to place an order, marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net, I would really appreciate it. We're very close to a annual sales goal, and it'd be kind of fun to crush that one here before the new year. Let's see, what do I want to tell you guys about? We did all the housekeeping. We finished our cards. I don't know how well it's showing in the light and on the video and on your monitor and how it plays out, but copper clay, Cajun craze, they both look really cute, don't you think? And then here's card number 2 and then card number 1. And yeah, this Night of Navy, go with Secret Sea. I think I did Secret Sea for my samples. I was scrambling this morning to pull my ink pads, and I think the Secret Sea is better. So do Secret Sea, and I'll go make sure that our PDF says Secret Sea for that ink pad color. Just make sure. All right, you guys, next card class is October 2nd. We're going to do Peaceful Day. And I will be live again tomorrow at noon with day 5 of Follow Me Through Fall. We're going to make this awesome little cube box for Halloween. It's got 2 Play-Doh treats without the sweets inside. Fun little slider, opens up in a way that's not quite expected. And it fits 2. I've got a black one in there. It's hard to see that black one, but it fits 2 of those little Play-Dohs. Just perfect. See you tomorrow at noon with that one. Would pecan pie cardstock work? I don't know. You should try it. It definitely look different because of the warm red here, but you could try it. You have to try it and then show us in the craft social. I think it would work. I think it'd work very nicely. It'd be a little contrast between the red tones and the tweed, but yeah, I nominate you to try it and share in the craft social. Okay, Rebecca? I haven't seen you in the craft social too much. I'm glad you're thinking about Stampin'. Colleen says, finally here. I'm late. I'll watch the replay. Yes, check out the replay. I can't wait to see you in the replay. Okay, you guys, there is a PDF that goes along with this class. So if you're looking for all the details, measurements, supply list, beautiful full color photographs, check out the PDF. It's an amazing way to support the channel. There are still class packets available if you're interested. If you get the class packet, of course you get the PDF included. Some of our class packets, I said this at the beginning, but I'll say it again, some will have white envelopes. In fact, the majority will, but we used up the rest of our Stampin' Up! Very Vanilla envelopes in this class since all of the pieces, and we stamped on Very Vanilla. So you might get Very Vanilla envelopes, you might get white, but we have plenty of them. And yeah, that's it, you guys. They're great ways to take care of to support the channel if you're interested. Kaylee says, I missed where I can find the alternative projects. The alternatives will be posted on the blog in just a little bit. So in the description, it says project details, click here. That link, it's either coming soon right now or there's a link. The link will be active as soon as we post the blog. The blog post is already drafted, so all we have to do is do a quick once over, read it over, and then get it posted. But the alternative pictures will be on the blog. And if you're not in the craft social, the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social is the group, the Facebook group that's affiliated with our business page. You want to get in there too, because that's where all of our community then comes and shares what they do with the class packet. So Jan always shares some alternatives, and there are a few others who have been sharing some awesome alternatives for Card Club, awesome alternatives for Stampin' Stick, and their amazing work. So check out the Craft Social too for more stuff, more alternatives. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me today for card class. I'll be back tomorrow to make a little project for you. And let's see here. October 2nd is our next Stampin' Stick. Amy says, I have a love-hate relationship with hot glue. I love how it works, but I always burn myself. I know. Oh my goodness, my dog has stirred. He has not stirred all day long. I think the mailman just delivered the mail. He's been laying either on the couch or in his office all day. You guys are chiming in on the hot glue still. Awesome. I love hot glue, you guys. I love hot glue. Nancy says each glue has its strength slash usefulness. That's for sure. Jan says hi, Banjo. Banjo, Jan says hi. All right, you guys. I'm going to take a peek over on the comments over in the Facebook. Have a great afternoon, everybody. If you're not busy tomorrow at noon, come and join us for a little Halloween project and follow us through fall. Kathy says not sure how I feel about hot glue. Really? You got to use it more and then let me know. Jan says she used Night of Navy for her leaves on the alternatives she's going to post. Ooh, I can't wait to see. Debbie loves hot glue, right? Debbie says, I'm always sad to see In Colors leave, right? It's when we get warmed up to them, that's when Stampin' Up! Is like, goodbye. The only thing that makes it easier is with every goodbye is a hello. And that makes me happy. Let's see. Debbie says I don't have the squirrels, but I have the autumn one with the cup and pie. More than autumn. That's a winner there. And Jan says she finished her alternatives this morning. Oh, I can't wait to see. I'll be stalking the craft social. All right, you guys. Link for the craft social is in the description. Come join us over there. If you make the Fluffy Squirrel cards, whether you use the packet or the PDF, doesn't matter. But if you make the cards, please share them in the craft social. We have a challenge this week to make anything inspired by the class. Could be inspired by the color combination, could be inspired by the layout, could be casing all 3 cards, could be copying all 3 cards with a different bundle. I don't care how you're inspired, but whatever inspires you about this class, come share something in the craft social. It's got to be made with Stampin' Up! Supplies. Don't link away from the craft social. Don't promote yourself or any other Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and don't ask to buy, sell, or trade anything. If you can follow those rules, we're the place for you. If you love Stampin' Up! Supplies and awesome people, come and join us. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the craft social, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.